Day
there.
22. I'm winding another mini while we're eating, so disregard. But I need it. Yeah.
I do that too sometimes. I have a ball winder in Swift, but sometimes I just want to wind it.
Well, and it's just a mini. It's just a mini.
Yeah. So it's not going to take forever. Yeah.
No, and I did that. I made a little cake with the last one, and it just kind of made a mess toward the end because the ball winder I have, the center part is pretty large in circumference. And so that's fine if you have a giant, a regular 100-gram skein. But for a mini, it makes the center is a little bit large for doing a mini.
Yeah, that's true.
And I have another ball winder that's an older one that's in a different room, but it's cold back there. So,
yeah, and you have crazy, even colder cold coming.
You saw my Instagram because I said, please appreciate my Instagram story today. In the next couple of, let's see. We're pre-recording. This is Wednesday when we're recording. In the next 4 hours, it's going to go from 38 degrees Fahrenheit to, what did I say? Like negative 50?
Like negative 14 or something. Yeah.
The low tonight is negative 21. That's without the wind.
So negative 14. Okay. Hold on. We'll see if Siri will help us. Negative 14 Fahrenheit and Celsius. Negative 25.6 degrees Celsius for those of you who are watching from.
And that's not even the low. The low is negative 21 Fahrenheit without the wind. And we're also supposed to have 3 inches of snow and 50-mile-an-hour wind. The wind chill is supposed to be like negative 51.
You're really not selling me on Wyoming.
No. And what's disturbing and that's why the kids and I are trying to get all this stuff done, because at that temperature, you can be outside for like 5 minutes. And if you have exposed skin, you'll get frostbite. That's how cold.
Yeah. Do you ever read the Little House, like the whole book, all of the books in the Little House series?
I did not.
So there's one called These Happy Golden Years, where when Laura and Almanzo are dating and she is working as a teacher away from home, and it's a bad situation, and Almanzo goes and gets her every weekend and takes her home.
Okay.
And takes her back. But it's the winter and it's like negative 40 Fahrenheit, and like they're going back and forth, and it's like, one time he went out and they didn't even know how cold it was because the thermometer broke, all this
and that's
description. And I'm like, I don't want to live in Minnesota.
And that's my biggest concern. Well, there's two things, in this area, it's a lot of farmers and ranchers. And like I have, my goats are spoiled. We're rigging up a thing inside. I mean, they have a barn.
Yeah, they're bougie. Yeah,
well, they are. They have a barn situation, but still, that's a lot of area and space to try to mitigate with a heat lamp, right? That's not very realistic.
Yeah,
it's like trying to heat the great outdoors. But here's my idea. We're going to take pallets, because I have several, and we're going to wire up like a hexagon with pallets, and then stuff hay down between the slats of the pallets, like an insulating wall, like a straw insulated wall, and then cover all that with this big hay tarp that we have that's like 15 by 30, and then have a tarp for the roof part. And then hopefully they'll all go in and snuggle up, and they'll have their little yurt. It's a yurt. It's a goat yurt.
And they can warm themselves. Could you just do it? Like, do you need the pallets, or could you just like stack bales and do that?
I don't have any. I could do bales if I had them. I don't have any small size, like 50-pound bales. The hay bales that I have are about 800 pounds a piece, and they're 8 feet long and 4 by 4, or 3 by 3 by 8. So
those aren't getting moved.
No. No, but I have one that's broken open, and we can take the flakes from it and stuff them down the pallet wall.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make a goat yurt. A goat yurt is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
But I haven't decided what we're doing about the chickens. I hope they don't.
Well, that was going to be my next question. So we've pre-discussed some of this. I know there's chickens involved too. So could you just then put the chickens in with the goats tonight? Or is there like interspecial conflict that I'm not aware of?
I don't know what to do because chickens like to perch. I don't think they would know what to do. I don't think they would stay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they would do.
Because right now they perch on pallets, right? So could you lean a couple pallets up in the inside of the goat yurt and they would hang out there?
Maybe. Huh. I don't know what we're going to do. We might force them into the former duck hut and just lure them in there with scratch because they'll follow you anywhere for grain.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know. I'm just hoping they don't freeze on their perch. Yeah. And then we have like frozen chicken.
Well, I was out walking with a friend today. It was 20 degrees when we first left, which is still cold. Nowhere near as cold as what you're
I'll be inside once I get this all figured out. I'll be. But yeah, that's chilly for just going on.
It was cold and it was frozen. Like it's still. I'm not sure if it's still below freezing right now, but it was still everything. Like pond water was hard enough we couldn't throw rocks through it and stuff like that.
You tried.
we always try. This is my obsession. Is breaking ice. I have this whole thing about stepping on ice, breaking ice. I love breaking ice. It's a simple joy.
See, you would enjoy that then, like getting the axe for the stock tank. You'd enjoy that.
Yeah. I forget why I started telling this story.
Because you took pictures.
Oh, no. So, I did. I'm going to show you. So I'm going to have pictures on my Instagram tonight from some cool ice I saw. So watch for that. Well, actually, it'll be the night before this goes out. It's the night we're filming. Anyway.
So it's yesterday.
It's yesterday.
We're so confused.
But so there's the Great Northern Swamp, I think is what it's called. If you walk north of my house, it's called like the Great Northern Swamp. And it's just, so it's an old railroad thing that's been converted to a path and you walk through a swamp on both sides.
Yeah.
And the skunk cabbage is coming up. That's the first thing that comes up in the spring. It's the first thing. And it comes up like 2 months before the trees will come up. But it's like.
It's too early for that.
The sprouts are like this high and it's all over. It's all over.
It's going to get frozen back, isn't it?
We had an abnormally warm fall and then we had a cold snap and then it warmed up again. And now it's consistently cold. But I think it shocked it into thinking it was spring.
It's confused.
It's very confused. So now I'm like, well, is it just going to freeze and we won't have it this year? What's going to happen in spring? I don't know what's going to happen in spring. Because it's an awful name. It's called skunk cabbage. There's debate over why. Some people are like, it's skunk cabbage because it's the first greenery that the little animals can eat. No. But no, you do step in it. It does smell like skunk. Yes. So I think it's more to do with
I always thought it was called that because it's stinky.
Yeah, it's stinky, but it carpets the swamp area and it's just beautiful in the spring because it is the first thing. So you have this bright green carpet with all these like stark trees growing up out of it.
That's neat.
And I love it.
Yeah.
But now I'm worried about my skunk cabbage. I'm worried about my skunk cabbage.
I'm worried about my chickens.
I'm worried about your chickens too.
But in fairness, okay. That's selfish on my part. I'm thinking about like my neighbors, for example, that have hundreds of head of cattle that are just out on the prairie. I mean, they're open range, they're free range cattle. Like they don't have a goat yurt.
Yeah.
They have a windbreak maybe to go lay down. I mean, so we'll see what happens if like there's livestock casualties because of this. And because it's not just my neighbors. I mean, it's the whole region.
Right.
That's a lot of cattle.
Yeah.
That goes to the market.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you have your sphere that you have control over.
Yeah. And that's.
Unfortunately.
That's all I can do is wind yarn and oh my gosh, I'm about to choke myself.
And wind yarn and choke myself. That's my only option.
What have I done here? But yeah. So yeah, my mom was going to bring dinner over tonight because it's Wednesday. She does that often on Wednesdays. And I'm like, okay, by the time it's dinner time, it's going to be like a 40-mile-an-hour wind and -10. I think you need to stay inside.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't walk that fast anymore. And I'm like,
yeah. You can come get it. You're going to have to check on her tomorrow anyway. You can go get it as a leftover tomorrow.
Or we'll just wait and do it on the weekend.
Yeah.
I'm just going to wait because it's a thing she makes that we all really, really like.
No.
So I'm just going to wait.
Yeah. She's going.
With tortellini with a pesto sauce, like a basil pesto, tortellini, and then like little bitty shrimp.
Oh.
Or chicken or whatever. And then she puts in, instead of pine nuts, she chops up pecans and stirs all that up.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's good. It's good.
I bet pecans are good.
It's just what we had one time, and we're
Yeah.
like, oh, that's really good.
You're like, make this all the time, Mom.
So it's very green with all the basil. And then if we have a salad with it, it's like green dinner. Totally green dinner. Yeah. Remember when the kids were little, we would have orange dinner, and it would be like macaroni and cheese, carrot sticks, mac and cheese, and I don't remember, like
fish fingers.
Yeah.
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 Nice.
So it was orange dinner.
Orange dinner. That works.
You have color themed dinner sometimes?
I can't say that we do. No.
Well, or like chicken, mashed
potatoes, I like that.
And cauliflower. That would be a white dinner.
There you go. That'd be a white dinner. Perfect. Little cheese sauce on the cauliflower, white cheese.
Oh, yeah. You said you didn't knit at all because you went to dance class.
I didn't knit at all because I went to dance class. It was good. We're getting good, everybody. We're getting good. We're
after 2 lessons.
We worked more on the it's not the St. Bernard's Waltz, it's the other one. Oh, the Boston two-step. We worked more on the Boston two-step. Which is good. We have pretty much everything but the twirling part. Where we're supposed to turn. That's where the injuries are going to happen.
The twirling part.
So we've got the bulk of it down. There's just this one part where you sort of waltz around each other and then go back into.
And
walking.
So is Adam enjoying this, or is he just enduring?
He is being such a sport. I can't say if, in all honesty, if he's enjoying it, but he is putting out the persona of enjoyment. I will say that.
He's going to fake it till he makes it.
He's going to fake it till he makes it. And he is doing so well. And I know it's hard for him, and he has really been sticking with it. And yeah.
We'll see.
I've been very impressed with him.
We'll see how he feels next week after about 5 more lessons.
Well, that's the thing. We have 20 lessons in a month.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Let's see how he feels next week. If he's still on board.
He's ready to start cussing and punching people. I don't know.
See how I'm doing this, because I thought it was rude to keep putting my arm over my head while we were recording. But now I'm making a mess. That's funny.
Should we do our packets for today?
Yes.
I have mine ready. We're on day 22, right? I do have the right one.
Yes.
Number 22.
Woo-hoo. Oh, new yarn? New yarn?
New yarn.
Because yesterday was pattern day. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay.
We actually have an interview with the ladies responsible for this yarn today. Right. Oh, okay. So this one's a little different because the designer asked if they could design in more colors. So we actually have 2 colors today.
Oh.
They're 2 small balls. These are 12.5 gram minis.
Okay.
So this is Forsan and Schumacher. And I don't know if I'm saying those right. And I do apologize.
And this is from?
This is from Aister. Aister. MacKenzie's farm stand is there, which makes it sound like, we think of farm stands, little side of the road cabin or something. It's a good sized little shop.
But I think that's how it started, was a little roadside honors box, kind of
like an honesty box. And then it just grew, and now it's got a cafe in there, and it's like a little grocery store, and it's got gifts. And I like when you come up from the airport to the main town, Lerwick, you pass it on the right, and I'm just like go pop in and see what they have. So in a few minutes after you've done your yarn, we're going to have an interview with Hazel and Kayleigh from MacKenzie's Yarn Stand / Aister, who are going to tell us all about how they decided to start their yarn company, because it's a relatively new one too. I want to say 4 years, 3 years. It's not been very long. They have lovely colors.
They have some neat stuff in their shop. I went browsing on their website, and they will. So
yeah,
have some neat things. Okay, so today we are.
St. Louis.
Yes,
I've been in that. Did you know you can go up in the arch?
No,
the arch. Not sure now what it is. Yeah, that surprised us. We drove cross country and we stopped there and we were like, we're just going to go look at the arch. And then it's like, no, you can go in and they're like these little pods and they take you up to the top. And then it's like, here's how it was made and all this engineering stuff. And then you come back down.
Woo! This is from Maelström Fiber Arts. Maelström Fiber Arts. Boutique Yarns, maelstromfiberarts.com. Wow.
Oh, that's a fun one. Wow.
Yes. St. Louis.
That's really pretty. That's like a clown exploded on the yarn.
No, it is. That's like
beautiful.
Wow, festive. That's festive. Nice. Yeah. Fun.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Hey, can we get a look at your blankie?
Oh, you mean before I run myself? Yes, I am at the end of a row because I have this tidbit and then I'm going to alternate. See how we're like, so I alternate a couple of rows to blend, But yeah, not a lot new yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, but the kid is happy. So yay. And the other kid is home. So yay. So I have help with storm prep.
Excellent. Put him to work. Good job.
Yes. So there you have it. And you'll be doing some more knitting. Do you have time to knit today?
I hope so. I'm like sitting here thinking we have the youth group is tonight at church and the group I help with is in charge. And so I have to be there at like 5:30 today and help get set up. So
not
fingers crossed. I hope so.
You're not dance class tonight?
No, tomorrow.
Okay. All right.
We're going to have like 4 dance lessons this week.
Okay.
The next one's a double.
And then Christmas.
Yeah. Yep.
And then more dance class next week.
Well, no, because I'm traveling next week.
You are?
Yeah, they're going to be closed on Monday because it's the day after the holiday. And then we're going to New York City.
Are we going to have another check-in from Central Park?
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping not Central Park this time, but we are planning on having Shana on the show.
And we'll have a check-in from your meeting our Hanukkah expert knitter Shana in New York like last year. And we'll have a check-in with you and Shana from New York sometime next week. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to hanging out with her again. So
yay. All right. Well, in the meantime, I'll see you tomorrow and we'll cut over to our interview.
Stay warm, my friend.
Thank you.
Bye. So we are here today with Hazel and Kayleigh from MacKenzie's Farm Shop in Shetland. Good to see you ladies again.
Hello, good to see you.
Nice Good morning. I mean, afternoon.
Yeah, we're all different time zones right now.
I'm really happy. Yeah, but it's wonderful we can work this out despite being across the world. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So good to see you.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
MacKenzie's is a beautiful shop there in Shetland, Jana. I'm still trying to convince Jana to come to Shetland with me.
One day I will.
It's a beautiful large shop. It has gifts. It has, food for the people who live in the area. And it also has your wonderful line of Aister ooh, which there's some I can see hanging in the background there.
Yeah,
and you are kind enough to let me include some in the Shetland Hog Mini boxes. So when this airs, people will have opened at least one of them, possibly.
So excited. Brilliant. That's really good. Thank you so much for including us. We're so excited.
We're so excited.
We can hardly wait.
Yeah, I don't know if people will have seen the pattern yet, but when this airs, but the pattern is beautiful as well. So
tell us how the MacKenzie farm the shop got started. I read on your website that you started out with just a little, farm stand on the side of the road, and then you had a trailer that you converted.
That's right, yeah. Well, our family have been on this craft for, we think, about 450 years. So we're looking quite good for that.
We are,
But,
Amazing.
So they've been on the same place, and we've obviously been eating our delicious produce all of that time. And in 2010, we built 2 holiday chalets on our croft. And the people that were coming were wanting to eat our produce. They were wanting local produce. They were wanting to know where it came from, how it was reared and farmed. And we just thought, right, let's do something more. So we started just with an honesty box on the side of the main road. And we sold vegetables and the Shetland Times, which comes out every Friday. At that time, there was no shop in the village. Okay. And it just sort of grew. In the winter, when the weather was horrid, then it wasn't the best to see people diving into this box with Shetland Timeses flying all over the place and trying to put money in an honesty box. So we got a very clean livestock trailer. And we started putting stuff in there, and it grew to bread and fancies and sweets and milk, you name it. We had loads of stuff in there.
Vegetables.
Yeah, so it was quite exciting. So just the 1 day a week. And then we heard about a funding stream called LEADER, which is EU funding. And we thought, right, let's do something a bit bigger. So we decided on this lovely building that we're in, farm shop. And it took maybe 5 years to get there. But we eventually got planning and started building. The building was quite quick. We did most of it ourselves. And we've got this huge purpose-built farm shop and cafe. And the rest, they say, is history. Here we are.
Yeah, delicious cafe, by the way. The ladies who work the cafe do a wonderful job.
They really do. Yeah,
it's lovely.
And so this is an ignorant question because I haven't been there. Are you near Lerwick, or where are you on the island?
So we're about 10 miles south of Lerwick. So it's really not far. It's just one main road, and then you just stop off just on the side of the main road. So it's easy peasy.
Very handy.
Yeah.
It's a great big red building. You can't miss it.
Yeah, you can't miss it.
I saw the photos. I'm like, that's a big red building. Wonderful.
Want it to go with the Scandinavian look, because I think that's probably where I arrived in Shetland from 500 years ago. So
you look great.
Yeah, it's in the genes. So
I want to know what skin cream you're using. You look fantastic.
Wind and rain.
The wind, natural exfoliation.
That's right. It's the salt air and the grit.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
So
you have the wrinkles away.
You have the farm shop, and that's going gangbusters for you. And you decide to add wool. What can you tell us how you got started producing your own yarn?
Yeah, well, I think it just followed on from our produce lines. Obviously, the beef, the lamb, the pork, the eggs, vegetables, and some fruit. We grow lots of rhubarb. And then my sister-in-law, Danella, she makes our delicious range of jams and chutneys and relishes. And we're always thinking, what can we add to it? And we just thought, well, why not use the wool? We're selling it for very little, almost giving it away. And we looked into it and spoke to a few people that were already doing it. And we just thought, right, let's have a go and start small. We only did 6 colours.
6 colours the first year,
First year. And it was so successful that we added more colours. We had 19 the next year.
Wow.
And now I think we've got, scary number.
30 this year or something.
Yeah, there's loads coming. So we're
really
just waiting on that coming. But again, it's just to get something more out of the craft and use more of the sheep. And they don't mind. They seem to be quite happy. I shear them all by hand.
Do you do it yourself?
I did. Yeah, I did 207 this year.
Oh my gosh.
It took a wee while.
It took a few weeks, didn't it?
Yeah.
When you say by hand, do you use the shears or is it electric?
No, it's just the old fashioned. Yeah.
I've done that and I have mad respect. I mean, I understand what that takes. Holy wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
You must have amazingly strong grip. Like just
hands.
Well, you're ambidextrous.
I don't know. Yeah, I can actually shear with both hands. So when this one is tired, then I can swap. Mm-hmm. So I think that's maybe the key thing, but I might go back. I can shear with electric too, but it's not so easy on my back. Since I've given birth to this one, then it has its toll on you.
It's your fault.
A while ago.
I tried that. We had, my mother had Shetland sheep for many years and I've tried that and they did not look good. They looked like they had come out of cosmetology school and it was not.
Oh my goodness. They wouldn't mind.
I think it's also
I think they were embarrassed.
I think it's better for the sheep too because you leave that wee bit more on them than when you do with the electric. So
especially in Shetland, you can get a bad day still in the summer. So it's nice that they're still warm.
They're still cozy. Yeah.
That's a huge job. That's amazing. Wow. So how do you decide what kinds of products that you bring into the shop? Like you mentioned the jams and the jellies and you have the produce and I know you have a lot of other like your hampers, the hampers and the gift basket. Yeah.
I think it's we get quite excited looking for things and we both like the same things and
we try and have unique things I suppose to Shetland because it's a small place. You don't want to have the same as other people. Right. So if we can make our own stuff as well, then obviously that's completely unique.
Right.
We take stuff in that we both like, and we sometimes go to food fairs or craft fairs on the mainland, and we get ideas from there. And it sometimes snowballs. People get in touch and just different things. There's lots of local crafts and just it's great fun. It's the best bit of the job. Really.
And will you send things to the US?
Yeah, regularly. Yeah.
Okay,
it's all over.
Yeah, Jana, they do this really great thing where it's with their yarn. It's a yarn basket, and it looks like they wind the yarn into balls and then have it arranged so it looks like
a bouquet.
Like a bouquet.
Yeah, saw that.
So pretty.
Everlasting.
Until you use it. Until you use it.
Yeah, that's it. You're just itching to get into it. But every last wee while.
It's just such a beautiful way to present yarn as a gift to someone.
That's a fantastic idea. I thought about that for my mom when I saw the pictures on your website.
So we have sent a few of those to the US actually. We've sent a few here and there.
All over the world.
It's great.
Yeah.
Wow. That's wonderful.
Yeah. So we are filming obviously for knitters, right? And knitters love to listen to audiobooks and watch TV shows, by knitting and not necessarily watching. And so we're just asking everyone if you have a favorite audiobook or TV series that's streaming that you could recommend for our listeners or our viewers.
Well, I think our biggest one is, I don't know if you've seen it, but the Shetland drama.
Oh, yes.
On the TV. Yeah. So that's a very, you get hooked to that one, don't you? I think we're on series 7.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
That came out here. Well, as we're recording, that just barely finished here in the US.
Yeah.
As we're recording. So that's available on Amazon Prime. What's the
I think it might be on either. I think it's a BritBox.
Yeah, I think it's a BritBox series for us. So it is a little bit of an add-on, but it's worth it.
Oh yes.
Oh, absolutely. It's brilliant to see the Shetland scenery, and obviously we're seeing it every day, but we're just absolutely hooked.
Yeah,
that's brilliant.
And do you have others that you can recommend to us? Because most of us have watched Shetland, so we're always looking for new programs that we haven't seen yet. I know I'm putting you on the spot with that, but it's always fun to see what other people.
We watch Virgin River. That's quite a good one. I don't know if you know it.
That's one.
Yeah. And I like Life Below Zero.
Me too.
It's on quite late at night, and I can just imagine myself up in what's the name of the place?
Alaska.
Kavik, I think it is, where the lady is with the airstrip.
Yes.
And I could imagine myself up there, but I would be sitting in the tent knitting all day.
Yeah, I don't know if Anne knows about this, but this is one of those survival shows that I really like. And it's
heard of it.
Yeah. You're talking about, what's her name? Susan that lives at Kavik?
That's right. Yeah.
So
I
is it
watched
a reality?
all of those. Yes.
Susie done good.
Yes.
She says.
It's a reality TV show. It's like I think it's on Discovery.
Yeah, D-Max maybe.
But I think you can get it on Amazon, or it used to be on Hulu too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll look for it. That sounds good.
Really
I
good.
watch all those shows, all those Alaska ones. Yes.
I like opal hunters and gold hunters, all that kind of thing. I keep saying to my husband, let's go. And he said, nope.
Nope.
But if you find the gold, it pays for the trip.
I know.
Exactly.
I keep trying to tell him that, but I convinced him to come to Greenland with me earlier this year.
Yeah.
And he met mosquitoes for the first time. So
you don't have mosquitoes?
No. He says he's choosing the next holiday.
He would not want to go to Alaska. The mosquitoes in Alaska are massive.
Yeah, they do have midgies, but only on a still day.
Yeah,
they're
horrible.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. How did you enjoy Greenland though, aside from the mosquitoes?
It was wonderful. We were at the sheep and wool. Let me think now. North Atlantic Sheep and Wool Conference 2022. So there's about 60, 70 delegates from all over Iceland, Denmark, Faroe, Shetland, Canada, loads of us, all breeding sheep or working with wool, and we learnt so much, and it was just lovely.
Yeah, the
scenery was amazing. Beautiful, right down in the south of Greenland, so couldn't go very far, but we went up in a fjord and up to ice sheets and glaciers. My goodness, it was beautiful. Really nice.
Yeah.
So inspirational.
Did you get to go too?
I didn't get to go. No, it was just my mom and my dad. But they had a great time in it.
Yeah.
Because you stayed home to take care of the farm, right?
I know.
Yeah,
I got a raw deal.
This is the problem. You have to leave someone home.
I know.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you can tell us about? We ask everybody this question too, but sometimes people can't say what's coming up because it might be a secret thing. So do you have anything that you can tell us about that's coming up in your business for the new year?
Well, we've got some new colours, so
they're already
some here.
Ooh!
These ones are out, along with these two Kayleigh's got. So this one is mid-setter. So this one is part of the 2022 Shetland Wool Week hat, which is here.
You can see that.
So it's named after the Wool Week patron's craft called Mid-Setter
in Walsall.
Yeah. So, and we've also sent for our wool is away at the Natural Fiber Company. In fact, it's just left there yesterday. Ooh. So it's going to various places for dyeing, and some's coming back to us as natural shades.
Okay. So we've got a lot of new colours and a lot of previous colours that we sold out of. So we're going to be getting them back. So folk are very excited about those.
Yeah.
So they should be here when starting next year.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, hopefully before then. But I think if you release them too close to Christmas, they kind of get a bit lost.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
something to look forward to in the new year.
Till January. Yeah.
Excellent.
I have another question as an American viewer, and I've never been to Shetland. Can you explain the name of the wool, the name of the yarn?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
and I don't even want to, I'm not even going to try to pronounce it poorly.
It's Aister. So the first bit is Aister. So our craft is 8th setter, but locals call it Aister.
Okay.
Just the dialect word. And then is the Shetland word for wool.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wool from the craft.
So it's basically wool from our craft.
Easy.
So my name, although I'm Hazel MacKenzie, the locals just call me Hazel Aister. So what else could I call it?
Right. And I know Anne's talked about this on her channel before, but I didn't know if my viewers would know that. So I wanted you to explain that for them.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for joining us. It's lovely to have you.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
And before we let you go, I want to know about your sweater.
Oh yes, this is all in Aister. So we've got Sturascro is the background, the main colour. And then we've got Solstice and Furson, and
we've got Runtiskio and Shimmer.
Yep.
And Soothby is the bright yellow. It's gorgeous.
So I got the body made up by machine, and then I put in the yoke.
Okay.
So,
I know Anne's done that before.
Yeah. Just the once. But
it doesn't take as long as you'd think, I will say. And it's quite exciting. You can't put it down, but that's the same with all my knitting.
I'm doing a bottom up traditional sweater from the Wool Week Journal or the Wool Week Annual a couple of years ago. And I'm a little stalled out on the body part. I'm done the sleeves, and now I'm just trying to knit up the body.
Yeah.
I put it aside for a little while, and I made some socks and did some other things.
That's why folks in Shetland are smart, and they get the body knit for them up to the fun part.
Yeah.
And we do the fun part.
Yeah. That's great.
Absolutely.
But that's why I have to have shows to watch. So I just go round and round.
Yeah. Just keep going. You'll get there.
Yes. Eventually I will get there.
Hazel and Kayleigh, it was so good to see you again. Thank you so much for coming on.
Lovely to see you. Thank you so much.
I can't wait to see it on air and see all the goodies in the Hogmanay box.
Yay!